Hello students, lesson 3 of NPO. Today we are going to discuss some important terms used in NPO. Why do we need to discuss these terms? Because they are new to you. Old terms like rent, salary, wages, etc., interest, etc., we are not going to discuss because you already know them. Before I discuss those important terms, there is a rule. All capital items must be shown in the balance sheet. You already know this. It can also be mentioned that a particular item should be capitalized. So capitalized means treat it as a capital item, that is, show it in the balance sheet. And the remaining items will be revenue items and they will be shown in the income and expenditure account. So capital items in the balance sheet, revenue items in the income and expenditure account. Let us now move on to important terms which you have already heard in my previous video. The first term that you see here is subscription. Subscription, I have told you, these are annual amount paid by members to an NPO. So subscription is an income and it will be shown in the income expenditure account on the income side. But there's a twist. If subscription is meant for a special purpose, the purpose is mentioned there, or it is written subscription for this specific purpose, then it will not be shown in the income and expenditure account. It will be shown in the balance sheet on the liability side. Next, we have life membership fees. This I haven't mentioned earlier. This is new to you. Life membership fees. Now look at the name. This fees is for life. And this amount would be huge. So this is not a recurrent income. This is not an annual income. So it will be capitalized, that is, it will be shown in the balance sheet on the liability side. Life membership fees. Next is our entrance fees or admission fees. I told you this also may come recurrently, and so it is an income for NPO. It will be shown in the income and expenditure account on the income side. We move on to the fourth one, donation. You can see I have shown you two types of donation. If it is a general donation, nothing else is mentioned, no specific purpose is mentioned, it will be shown in income and expenditure account on the income side. But the minute they say that the donation is for a specific purpose, it's a special donation, specific donation, then it will not be shown in the income and expenditure account. It will be shown in the balance sheet on the liability side. We move on to the next one. I have already discussed grants. Remember, these are generally given by government. It is an income for NPO and it will be shown in the income and expenditure account on the income side. Next, locker rent also I have discussed. It is also a recurring income, so it will be shown in the income and expenditure account on the income side. Next, we have legacy. Now this is also new to you. What is legacy? Sometimes a person mentions that after his death or from his property, he may write a will where some amount can be given to an NPO. So legacy is an amount given by any person to NPO, and for the organization it is to be capitalized, that is, it should be shown in the balance sheet on the liability side. Remember, legacy is not a recurrent income, so it will be shown in the balance sheet. Next, funds. Now fund is a big word in NPO, and I put a star to tell you that I'll be talking about funds at length in my subsequent videos. So right now only this much, that if a word fund is there, tournament fund, drama fund, sports fund, any kind of fund will not go in income and expenditure account. It will be shown in the balance sheet on the liability side, and there are many more adjustments to be made in funds, which I'll be dealing with later on. So remember, fund goes in the balance sheet. Next, investments. This is not new to you. Investment are assets, you already know, and they'll be shown in the balance sheet on the asset side. And the 10th one, this is also a new thing for you. First, know how to speak, how to pronounce honorarium. This is honorarium. I'll tell you what honorarium is. Sometimes a person may contribute his or her services to an NPO, but the NPO doesn't have enough money to pay him or her regular salary. So a token amount to honor the person for his or her services is called honorarium. Remember, honor somebody's services, and this is not an income for NPO. It is an expense. For a change, there is an expense also. Honorarium is an expense, and it will be shown in the income and expenditure account. You should go through this video again and again, because all these terms are new. The treatment is new. Unless you know what the treatment is, you can't prepare the entire set of accounts. So I'll do a recap. Remember the rule. If it says capitalized or it's a capital item, it will go to the balance sheet. If it's a revenue item, it will be shown in the income and expenditure. First one, subscription, simple subscription, income. Subscription for special purpose, capitalized, that is put in the balance sheet on the liability side. Life membership fees, always in the balance sheet on the liability side. It should be always capitalized. Entrance fee or admission fee is a regular income, so income and expenditure account, income side. Donation, two thoughts on donation. General donation, income. But if donation is meant for a special purpose or specific purpose, it will be shown in the balance sheet on the liability side. Grants are regular income, so income and expenditure. Locker rent is a regular income, so income and expenditure. Legacy, I have given you the meaning of legacy. It should be capitalized, that is, it should be shown in the balance sheet. Funds is a very, very important. Right now, only one word you remember, funds, and tell the funds to go to the balance sheet. Investments, our old friend, in the balance sheet, and assets. Investments are always assets. And the last one, new word, big word, honorarium. It is paid by NPO to a person who's rendering his or her services to the organization. So this is an expense, and it will be shown in the income and expenditure account. Thank you, students. Keep watching the videos and do learn from each and every video. Be ready with your doubts also, which I will very soon deal with. Bye-bye.